Good day, guys. Ademola Badmos here. Welcome once again to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time you're here, please subscribe and like the videos, especially if it has some usefulness to you. So in the last video, we talked about web element locators and how they are used and the best practices concerning them. And in this video, we are supposed to actually talk about using the page object model as presented by the Cypress folders, the Cypress default folders. But before then, I think it is better to revamp this script and already structure the script, because we'll begin to use the script moving forward to write all levels of approaches as far as automation is concerned in terms of TDD and BDD. So with that being said, let us revamp the code quickly. Let me remove this and also remove the skip, because we don't intend to skip anything at this point anymore. So I can just add one more step to it, so we can agree that the type of test that we want to do is basically to just search the Amazon web page. So visit Amazon the third time. Yes. So it means that so we can change the search criteria, like maybe this one should search for iPhone 13 and this should search for a Google Pixel 6. Oh, pardon me. A Google Pixel 6.
Since mobile data is turned off, you'll
A Google Pixel 6. Sorry, I use a Google Pixel, so the thing just came up. And so we have created 3 test cases here to search. But if you notice that the cy.visit is common in all 3, so it means that the site would have to be launched 3 times, and which is okay. But do we really need to write the cy.visit 3 times? The answer is no. We can put it inside our before block. So if we're going to put it in our before block, we just need to do this and we remove it everywhere else. But will this address the issue that we want? The answer is no. And why? Because like I mentioned, the before block runs before all the scripts. It runs before all the script runs. So what that means essentially is it will launch the Amazon website for us just once, and we will be able to search for Ferrari and get the result of Ferrari. But let's assume that after getting the result of Ferrari, on this results page, the search box no longer exists. What that means is it won't be able to search for iPhone 13 because there is no search box to put iPhone 13. So this test would fail, and Google Pixel 6 will fail as well. But if the search box still exists and the Ferrari item that had been searched is still existing in the search box, the next test would not clear that Ferrari out of it. It will just type iPhone 13 beside it. So it means it will now look for Ferrari iPhone 13 instead of looking for iPhone 13. And that would have messed up our results, because we are looking for just products that is just iPhone 13, not a Ferrari iPhone 13. Then when it wants to search for Google Pixel 6, it will now search for Ferrari iPhone 13 Google Pixel 6, which is wrong. So, and we don't want that. So let us test this and see what I mean. On the page, it has already run itself, because why it ran itself is because there is a feature in Cypress Runner called let me open that for you. Settings in the configuration, it is called watch for file changes. If it is set to true, it means any modification you do in your code, as long as the Cypress Runner is launched, it will continue to run those steps. So the best way to do that, to remove that if you don't want it, is to set it to fault in your cypress.json file. You set it to false in your cypress.json file. I have it copied somewhere. Watch for file changes. set to, so we can set it to false. So once it is set to false, we try this again, check the configuration and see that it is set to false. So it means any new change we write in our code would not be detected by the Cypress runner, and until we restart the runner, it won't run the code for us. So let us just run it again to be sure that the before block only launches the page once. I want us to see it as it happens, as it unfolds. So it has launched the page, and it will first search for Ferrari, return the result of Ferrari. Then you see it did not launch the page again, it just searched for iPhone and clicked it. Now it has put Google Pixel 6 there, but this is not what we want. This isn't what we want at all. So what do we need to do? We need to separate what is here, right? That is what we need to do. We need to have it separated. So how do we have it separated? It's just by changing the before block to a before each. So a before each would run before each of the it blocks. That's what it means entirely. As you can see, no update is done. The last run was still there because we've disabled the watch for file change. We've turned it to false. So we have to start our runner again and check the new change that we did using the before each block. So as you can see, it has launched the page to search for Ferrari. Once it is done searching for Ferrari, it would launch again to search for iPhone 13. That was fast. And it has done for all three. So that is what would be used. In later videos, we will get to a point where we will still revamp what is here. We will revamp what is in our code, but the first part of that revamping that we'll probably visit will be when we start to use the fixtures folder, how we can use the fixtures folder to interact with our test script in the integration file, in the integration folder, will be done in the next video. So if you have criticisms and if you have questions, please leave them in the comment section. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.